Now, what is it? Everclear or moonshine, as it's more popular in. Well, there's professionally made moonshine, which is typically Everclear, and then there's the illegal stuff, which is moonshine. It's homemade, and it's basically the same idea. It's almost pure alcohol. It's what is it, 190 proof, so it's 95%. So that's about probably the best, the highest you really want to go, because that stuff you have to sip, and even then, it doesn't take too much to get you drunk. So that stuff can be dangerous. Just saying, that stuff, it can be dangerous. 40% alcohol is good enough, I think. Although, what is it? Bacardi makes their 151 rum, which is what's 151 divided by 2? 70%. 70% alcohol. Is that right? Yeah, 70% alcohol. That's the 151 rum. That will get you drunk quick too. I've had that, and that's up there. But now most of the typical hard liquor, 40%, 80 proof is more than adequate, I think, to get people where they need to be, and it'll clear out your throat too, pretty good. So, but I don't have any right now, which is disappointing. I realized I did look the other night, and I don't have any whiskey. But I've been drinking alcohol. I haven't had any alcohol since, oh God, over a year. Yeah, I haven't had any alcohol in over a year. Mrs. Gimpy isn't a drinker, so I don't have so there's no real incentive to drink. I don't like drinking by myself. All right, I'm not a person who drinks by yourself. I'm just not that kind of person. I drink in social situations. I need somebody else around me that's also drinking. Mrs. Gimpy isn't a drinker. She will drink dark beer from time to time, but it's not something she has to do every day type deal. It's more of a treat. And as a result, we don't drink on a regular basis. So, as I recently partake only of wine, 14% is high now. Yeah, wine is fine too. What about the dogs? The dogs don't drink. They used to when they were younger. Nikki used to drink beer, and Rocket would actually drink whiskey. So, and by drink we mean he licked it, and that was it. He didn't actually do shots or anything, but Rocket would actually drink whiskey. Had to be careful around him, and with beer, you had to be careful with Mickey, because Mickey would stick his nose in a mug or something just to see what it was, and then it was like, oh, this is neat. And he starts drinking and go, oh, this is even better, and he keeps drinking. So that beer was wasted. So, but no, when they were younger, they used to drink a little bit. Although, disclaimer, alcohol is bad for dogs. It's bad. It's not great for humans, although it can be helpful in some situations, but alcohol is bad for dogs. It can make them really sick and actually kill them if they get too much. So you got to be really, really careful. Do not give dogs any type of human drugs whatsoever. Their bodies are very different than ours. They handle the stuff very differently. Do not give them alcohol. So, how could your wife throw away her roots by drinking beer over wine? But her roots are German and Italian. Just like mine is French and Irish. I drink beer and wine too. Although I definitely prefer reds over whites. And I typically prefer beer over wine. So that's the Irish kicking in a little bit more. But Mrs. Gimpy, she's the only wine that she really drinks. She likes the lighter wines when she drinks, but she doesn't drink too much. Her favorite is actually mead. She actually likes mead the best. Out of everything we've ever had over the years, mead is the one that she's enjoyed the most. So, semi-dry red is very good. Primitive? What's primitive? Mead? Oh, Primitivo. Oh, that's a type of wine. Okay. Yes, I'm not a big wine person. I used to drink it when I was younger, mainly because it was fun. Like when I went to France back in '91, was there for 6 weeks. All we basically drank was wine most of the time, because it was so damn cheap. That was why we drank wine all the time, because it was so damn cheap. And And then when I came back, I drank a little bit, but not too much. After, like I said, after I got back, it was more about beer than anything else. Because it's about the same time as when the microbrewery started getting bigger and bigger, and we had a good. We still do actually. I think they're still here. Is a brewmaster or whatever they're called. Guy from Germany, blah blah blah, made his own beer here, which is really good stuff. We drank that a while too, and then Samuel Adams was becoming real popular, and Guinness was starting to pick up a little bit more feet over here too, back in the early to mid '90s. So switched more to beer than wine. They drink it all day long in France. I know, I did it too. We were there for Bastille Day, and the plan was to just screw around all day because it's a holiday, right? So I think there's a group of us, like 6 or 8 of us, and we just had breakfast about 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Decided, okay, let's go hit up a park or something like that, see what's going on. And on our way over, we just bought a bunch of wine, and
my name is Veronica, and welcome
the
to
rest of the day
Gimpy's
was
Twitch
nothing
channel.
but drinking wine.
If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also find Gimpy on YouTube, where he posts previous episodes and highlights of the stream. Just scroll down under the video screen and click the YouTube button in the About section. Then click the subscribe button to follow. Also, please remember that YouTube wants you to like and comment on his videos. Thanks.
Yep, thank you. Happy Monday. So that survey we are basically done with. If you want to see the results, oh, do I have the results? There's the results. So not a whole lot of responses to the survey. So it's not very... I don't know. It's not really saying I really should stream this game, because again, there wasn't enough results really to tell me that people are actually going to watch it. I mean, yeah, people have said they'll watch it and whatever, that I should play it, but the reality is there wasn't enough responses to give me go, yeah, I really should play this, or really should stream this. So I don't know. It's up in the air. We'll have to see on whether I'm going to be playing Command, or sorry, not playing it, but streaming it. Command Modern Operations. I might stream it, but there's no guarantee. That the survey numbers are not big enough for me to go, yeah, I should be streaming this. This guy was what, under 20 responses total, so that's not enough for me to go, yeah, I need to stream that. So consider that I ran it for what, a week and a half, that survey, something like that, and you know, having how many, I mean, I know how many people come into each stream, how many unique viewers. I mean, we have our regulars. Survey says maybe. Welcome back to Spiridor. But, you know, there's average number. There are average view numbers, which I'm usually around 20 or so. We can fluctuate based on the game, that kind of thing. But there's unique viewers that come through a stream. And usually it's about 100 or so per stream. Somewhere around there. And if I'm getting 100 unique people in a stream, but I only have less than 20 total responses for that survey, there's not a whole lot of interest in me watching me play that game. Oh no, I know it's not going anywhere. I'm just telling you my thinking here of what's going to be happening. And like I said, basically looking at the numbers and how many unique viewers we get per stream, I can see that, you know, that number. I don't get to see who they are, but I get to see, you know, okay, there's 100 unique viewers here, there's 150 here, there's, you know, 75 here, that kind of stuff. There's not enough responses based on how many people that came through to say that, you know, I should be streaming this game. So I heard you for 15 years ago. Yeah, and again, that I have no problem with that. I mean, it's a game that I would like to play, but I don't need to stream it, and that's the big thing. It is a niche game. I totally agree. It is a niche game. That's why the survey that was the purpose of the survey, was to see how niche was it, and as you can see, it's pretty niche. So, yeah. Covering what's going on would not be that easy. I don't know. I've watched other people stream it, and I don't know. I think it's fairly straightforward on once you get to the point of stuff actually happening, I think it's fairly easy to track. Getting to that point appears to be the tricky part, though. is setting everything up and, trying to keep, people's attention on what's going on and why you're doing stuff. That's the tricky part. Once you get to the part where the fight starts, I think it's fair. It's easy enough to keep track of. Again, that's dependent on the streamer too, but, I don't think it's going to be that hard to follow once the action starts. It's just getting to that point. Hey, Beacon, welcome back. So, anyway, we're discussing the command and modern operations stuff, and right now it looks like I will not be streaming it anytime soon. Maybe sometime in the future, just not right now. Because, and again, I got lots of choices, for streaming stuff too. Because I've got... I haven't even been asking for games lately. Going to developers and go, hey, can I get a key? I haven't even been doing that yet because I'm so far behind on stuff that I would like to actually stream and play. And it's not helping, so. And yeah, and then there's going to be a flood of games coming out. I mean, September, late August, this stuff is just going to start rolling in. And we're not talking little games either. So, and I'm still, looking for that computer. Well, actually, no, I'm pretty sure I know which computer I'm going to get. Now it's just a matter of convincing I haven't told Mrs. Gimpy how much I want to pay for this computer. I know she's not going to say no, but she's going to hold it over my head for a little bit. So that's the problem. But it's also one of the reasons why we got her computer last Thanksgiving, last November. We got her a new computer. And so she can't hold that, oh, I need a new computer thing over my head. Now I get to go, I need a new computer, that deal. And now the question is, but can I pull off but it's almost $3,000 thing? That's the tricky part. So that's the tricky part. I'm trying to come up with a way to get her to come on board with me needing that. And like I said, it's tricky because I haven't tried it yet. I just keep looking at the price tag. It's like, how am I going to spin this to make it look like I really need this for the streaming stuff? And yeah. So anyway, that's where we are. I should get started with the actual point of today, which is Master of Magic. Anyway, so 4th of July is next Tuesday. 4th of July is just over a week away. What does that mean for the rest of the world? Nothing. But for the United States, it means another time to listen to fireworks and, drink alcohol and have barbecue and that kind of stuff. Will Mrs. Gimpy and I be doing that? Nope. We'll be staying home because when the fireworks start, the dogs may go crazy, even when they're deaf. Hey, Tiger, welcome back. Revolting American Day, or the best holiday in British history. Welcome back, Tiger. It's the best holiday.